Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is November 29, 2024. Last trading session of the November. We had fantastic November. Market just went up to new all-time high. Here's the weekly chart for S&P 500. So as you see here, we just got a new all-time high close for S&P 500. So market just closed at 6,036 new all-time high. So where are we now? We are just forming a nice bullish consolidation. I thought that market is going to go down potentially to 56 to 5,700 before the next rally to the upside, but it didn't happen. So market just getting into new all-time high. This bullish consolidation was just a very, very shallow corrective move before a rally to the new all-time high. So December is going to be bullish. However, first 2 weeks of December, market will have again sideways shallow consolidation correction before Santa Claus rally. So basically, we are in a bullish period of the year. Usually, November and also December would be bullish month for the stock market. So this year, the lots of optimism just came up as well. And the market just formed the bottom last year, October 27, 2023. This bull flag just initiated this parabolic move to the upside. So this is a nice rally. We just got a 2-3 weeks corrective move, but it's been a while after August. The bottom market didn't give us any chance for a deeper correction, potentially for getting back into the rally. So I'm just always looking for these opportunities, especially when we are in bull market. Lots of people are saying the top is here, the top is here. I'm just even sometimes my potential thumbnails for the YouTube actually is going to be confusing. Some people are saying, okay, this is the top, we are going to the crash or something. But for those folks who know my analysis, you know that I'm not looking for top for the market this year. So potentially end of next year, we will see a top. However, next year is going to be lots of choppiness and we will get to the forecast. And like last couple years, I'm gonna just provide forecasting pretty close to the January time. So we will see how market is gonna react to the upside or downside in 2025. But usually the top or kind of like the rally that I'm saying in daily analysis is going to be based on just the short-term opportunities, not going to be long-term opportunities. So if you see some kind of like a long-term opportunity, we are not going to into any positions with a very tight stop. So we are just shorting the market or we are going to be in long position heavily as we are in long position heavily. Just my portfolio did a fantastic performance this year. And also, I just want to share with you, here is my option trading portfolio. Let me just show it. It's just nicely getting up above S&P 500. We are just at 37% at months of 11 and nicely outperforming the market since I would say August, September. So, and also this is my investment portfolio. And as you see here, this one just a bit, like a 1% above S&P 500 this year. It's very hard to catch up with the market. All right, let's get back to S&P 500. So S&P 500 is heading to new all-time high. I would say still next 2 weeks, we may see potential shallow correction if it happens again. So there is no guarantee, but if it happens, that's going to be a great buying opportunity for 61 to 6,400 down the road based on the weekly chart. However, in a weekly chart, as you see here, we are still in a divergence. We are heading to higher highs, but MACD is heading to lower low. And also look at the RSI. RSI is pretty crazy divergence here. RSI momentum even is not in overbought condition, which is concerning to me. Moving on to the daily chart, we just got into new all-time high. And any corrective move to SMA 20 or kind of like an election pivot, this would be kind of like an opportunity. I would say we are not going to get to this one. This is going to be a pivot for the market. We may not get below this, but potentially if we get to still 5,800 to 5,900, that would be kind of like a good potential buying opportunity for a next rally to the upside, especially Santa Claus rally. Moving on to Nasdaq, which still not get to new all-time high. So Nasdaq is close, but it didn't get to new all-time high. So still the top for November 7 actually was the ultimate top for Nasdaq. Nasdaq is lagging, so that's why market is kind of like in a shaky way, if you ask me, because usually Nasdaq's supposed to lead, but in today's market, Nasdaq is lagging, which is concerning as well. Moving on to daily chart. So if you go to daily chart, you'll see that here is a Nasdaq just forming a small bullish consolidation here. We just got a positive momentum, but still the top is here and we never get to that one yet. So if Nasdaq rolls over from here to the downside, that would be kind of like a concerning because this is kind of like a consolidation that we're getting above this trend line. However, this pullback could be potential buying opportunity. If you remember, I was talking about semiconductors. I'm going to talk about those stocks and index today as well. So make sure watch this video until the end. Moving on to Dow Jones, which hit new all-time high today. So Dow forming a pretty nice bullish consolidation. If I go to weekly chart first before daily, so the weekly close new all-time high, 44,953, just a touch below 45,000, a pretty good parabolic move for Dow, but this is overstretched. This is overbought in a daily and weekly chart. So if you go to daily chart, you will see that we are just getting a momentum far away from SMA 20. And whenever we get this momentum, this divergence from SMA 20, usually the pattern drop and pop happens. So if that drop happens, that take it as a good buying opportunity. Trend is up, market keeps grinding higher, money is flowing to heavy value names. So that's why we need to be in Dow Jones stocks as well. Moving on to gold. Gold just this is a 4 hours chart, and I'm kind of like in that camp that gold still have more downside before the next upside move. So if a gold triggering the sell-off, we should see some kind of like a corrective move before this 4 hours candle. So we need to get below 26.34. And if we get below this, then we should see a sell-off is coming to gold, potentially just to test this bottoming formation here. So if we see a kind of like a lower low, that would be a nice, fantastic W pattern or divergence before the next rally. If I go to a daily chart, still we are within this bearish consolidation. So daily tells me that we are within this bearish consolidation. Sellers just took control. Whenever we get to this 26 to 26.70, so that's the area that I'm looking at for a short. And we just got into this here, middle of this wide range bar, and sold off as well. So if we get a kind of like a drop potentially on Monday session, we may see some kind of like a pullback. The ideal scenario, as I said before, is going to be we're going to get to the lower low to this area. This is 24.84, and that would be kind of like the bottom. Very fantastic bottom with a nice divergence here if we get. So that would be kind of like a nice bottom for gold, potentially one of the ultimate bottom that I'm just looking at for a short term for new all-time high. So we'll see how it goes if gold gives us that opportunity to the upside. Moving on to silver, had a move today, but the silver is the rally was shallow. So I know that it's just a form of bottom here, just getting to this uh, 29 area. So 29 just a sub 30 level. That is the level that silver just is struggling to find a bottom. The rally or every single rally sold by investors and traders. So we will see if silver just they give us a final capitulation to the downside, 27, 28 even. So that would be kind of like the final bottom for me before the next rally to the upside. I'm pretty bullish on these names, so let's wait for those ones. Moving on to crude, which kind of like a sideways to down today. So crude is forming small bearish consolidation here. I would say crude is shifting to the downside again, especially after ceasefire in Lebanon, which is very, very shallow ceasefire, by the way. So this is not going to be the strong one. Everyone wants to see that. But this is a lot testing of 65 area. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be the fifth uh, time that we're just testing this area without managing to higher high or kind of like a significant high that we can rely on. So market is just, or crude is just finding the top here around 72, 73, and it's forming kind of like the bearish momentum to the downside. It doesn't mean that it's gonna just give us a short opportunity for lots of crude stocks. That's energy stocks are gonna be different, but crude itself, it can just heading to the negative side. So moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. After today rally, Bitcoin just at 1.86% to the upside, 17,000 to the up 1700 uptick today, so 97,436. Bit is just struggling with this. I would say any corrective move with Bit, that would be kind of like the buying opportunity. I'm just looking for this one before the next rally, but I don't think the deeper correction is coming down the road. So we'll see. Ethereum just forming a nice bullish consolidation prior to this trend line. So this is a bullish action. This is bullish structure. There is kind of like a very, very good momentum to the upside that everyone needs to just think about it. If let me just clean the chart here. If we get some kind of like a consolidation, a bigger consolidation is better because we're going to see the breakthrough to the upside, potential 46 to 4,700 is coming down the road. Moving on to bond yield reversing to the downside. Fantastic, guys. So, uh, congratulations to all those folks that they are getting into TLT trade just because we got in to this. We played with option stocks, and we are nicely in the money, especially with option portfolio. And this one is just getting into 94. Treasury is just to find its bottom. I would say this is a significant bottom for Treasury, and potentially we are not going to get back to this level for a long time. We are going to just in a stage of rally, potentially to 103 to 105 by end of this year. So that's going to be kind of like a marvelous move to the upside. Wix up a downtick today, so 2% to the downside. Wix is getting close to kind of like a 12 level, which is going to be very low risk area for the market. Dixie or dollar index is coming down. I would say this is not going to be a pullback. We may see a bounce somewhere around here, but that's going to be a shifting a structure to the downside. And bond yield is down, Dixie is down, Treasury is up. So this is going to be kind of like a good news for stock market and precious metals at the same time. But I would say gold can go down before the next rally. If that happens, that would be a fantastic opportunity. Magma indicator, just a $9 uptick today. Today was a half session, so we can't give lots of volume. Still forming a bullish consolidation here. Apple just getting close to new all-time high. This is a triple top here. And if Apple just hit a 240 on Monday session, that would be new all-time high for Apple. Amazon just getting into this consolidation phase. This is a nice consolidation for Amazon. It can trigger the rally to the upside potentially on Monday session as well. Meta just a $5 up. Still consolidation here, small one. We can get to 600 level on Monday session as well. Microsoft, actually this one is getting back to the bullish momentum. Still, we need to get above 440. 440 is going to be important level for Microsoft. And whenever we get into this level, this is very, very important just because, let me just to show you, because whenever we get to 440 to 448, sellers just took control. And this time is going to be the same pattern here. So if we get to, let me just show you here, if we get to 430 to 440, we may see some kind of like a sellers to control. But if we get above this zone, we may see new all-time high for Microsoft as well. Google, nice bounce forming kind of like a bullish consolidation. We may see if this is going to be H pattern getting back to the downside or rally to the upside. If the entire market goes up, Google can have rally again to 177 to $180. Netflix came down today. So Netflix, uptick today 1%. After a Monday session, it goes down. Netflix is getting back to the upside still within this wide range bar. Tesla, 3% to the upside, very choppy consolidation. I would say Tesla can go down before the next rally, but this stock is in rally phase, basically. Momentum is pretty high. Semiconductor index, SMH, just got back to positive territory, still lagging. You see that. Here is the all-time high, and we are in a choppy consolidation after August bottom. Actually, this one doesn't go anywhere. So we are just stuck in 230 to 250. But semiconductor needs to lead, otherwise the market is sick. Stocks, the same pattern here. This one is just forming a bigger head and shoulder, but still not triggered yet. Taiwan Semiconductor, this is 1.92% to the upside. Still bull flag. I like the pattern, but the industry is weak. So that's why I'm kind of like a hesitant about the rally. AMD just to getting back to green area after a sell-off like the last uh, 2 months. AMD just to getting back to the upside. This is gonna be the scenario that we see the end of the correction or kind of like just the forming the bottom for the next drop. I would say I don't know if this is going to be the end of the correction, but if I'm going to say if this one goes to 111 to 125, I'm going to buy this with two hands. So this is my buying area. So I'm not saying there is guarantee if it falls here, but if it falls here, I'm going to buy it with two hands. Nvidia, just the final bottom here seems like 132, getting back to the upside. Nice reversal pattern though. Nvidia can go higher. Texas Instrument, just $1.84 up, still choppy. Lamb Research was kind of like a getting to the upside, but Dragonfly Doji, or Greystone Doji, here is not a good pattern for sharp momentum to the upside. But I would say if it goes to final low, which is going to be capitulation, that would be fantastic buying opportunity for Lamb Research. XLF, which is a banking sector, Spider, just the 8 cents up. KBE, 17 cents up. Bullish consolidation at the top. This is not a bad pattern. KRE, backing and filling, 21 cents down today. JP Morgan, 7 cents down. Still bullish consolidation here. Goldman Sachs at $3. 14 cents up, not a bad session. A Bank of America, 26 cents down here. And also Wells Fargo, $1.04 down here. Moving on to the GDX, which is gold miners. Gold miners, just getting back to the upside, still forming a kind of like the choppiness. I would say this is going to be ABC up before the next drop. But again, there are lots of names actually getting to important pivotal point, like AEM, not AEM. Newmont actually is very, very interesting. This one is getting into this important pivotal point that if it even goes lower, that's going to be a fantastic buying opportunity. Franco-Nevada already hit the bottom here, and this is very, very important one. So right now it's just forming a bullish consolidation. Gold Barrick, the same here. So he just hit the bottom, getting back up. However, the pattern is not as strong though, but still forming up a kind of like a choppiness to the upside. Moving on to the XLE, you see that the energy market or energy stocks are kind of like a different than crude. So when we have this pop today, for example, for XLE, which is energy spider, crude was down. XOP, oil and gas exploration ETF, 48 cents gain. OH, $2.06 gain. Exxon, 30 cents up. And Chevron, just 18 cents down. Chevron is forming kind of like a consolidation. Again, we need to see more consolidation prior the breakthrough to the upside. I would say this name or these names, energy names, could be very, very fantastic down the road, especially during Trump administration. All right, folks, I hope you like this video. If you like it, please smash the like button, share it with someone who is interested in a stock market and this type of analysis. Have a fantastic evening, and we can see you on the chart. Bye.